No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. We back for, I believe, the third time.
Yes, sir.
With the one and only Ohgeesy.
Come on.
In this bitch.
I'm in the building. What camera I look at?
That one? You can just look at me or look at that one if you really want to make a point.
Bet.
For sure. How you doing?
I'm good. I feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on in the life of Ohgeesy at this point, man?
Man, just kicking it with my son a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of business.
3 years old.
Yeah, 3. Just turned 3. We was out in Hawaii.
I see you smelling the money out with the 3.
Yeah. What's it called? I originally wanted to go to Hawaii just to kick it with him for his birthday. And my girl was like, we was going to spend like 20,000, 30,000 out on the trip. Took a bunch of family and shit. And she was like, just do a show. I was like, fuck it, I'll do a show. Got the money right back.
Right.
Yeah, a little sold-out show in Hawaii.
Oh, dude.
We were going crazy.
I did that move where we spent like 20 grand or some shit to bring the family out to Hawaii. Yeah. I didn't get booked for nothing. I was just like, all right, we got to take a week off. But yeah, that's fucking tight.
I was there
to be
for
able
2 weeks.
To pay for it.
That might be the longest I've ever stayed somewhere, and it wasn't like all work.
Right.
Yeah,
how'd that feel though? You're away from all your usual shit, all your usual
good.
homies?
I loved it. I felt like super relaxed out there. I was walking around every day. I was on the beach every day.
Right.
Yeah, it was a whole different change of pace just from being out in LA. Like, you can't just walk around and just kick it somewhere.
Yeah, it's like such a relaxing environment. The air is so clean and shit.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean, because like when I was interviewing Dub recently and I was talking about going on vacation for the weekend, and he was honestly just like, how do you do that? Like, what is that like? Because, you know, a lot of us...
That felt like my first vacation right there.
I was like that for a long ass time where I can't, like, it's so hard for me to take my brain and take it off hustle mode and switch into chill the fuck out mode.
Yeah.
But I think it's really, really good for your brain.
I feel like I was like, when I first got there, that's why I stayed for 2 weeks, because the first 3-4 days I was still in hustle mode. I was doing, I did my meet and greet, did my show, I did a pop-up, so I was just running it up. Then I ran out of shit to sell, and I was like, all right, now I'm kicking it. Ran a little bag up. I'm like, I'm cool now.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, you know, you made all this money over these years, built a name for yourself, but then meanwhile, it's like, what is it really worth if you don't ever get a chance to really chill with your kids and shit?
Exactly.
Yeah. I've been forcing myself to just take the weekends off to just hang out with the kid and shit.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
Usually like one day out of the weekend, because I usually get distracted.
I've been trying to hang out with my kids, especially right now. I'm about to go on tour. I'm about to be on the road for like 40-some days.
Wow.
So I was in 2 days. So I was like, let me try to spend as much time as I can with him right now.
Right. Does your kid get it? They're about to be gone from now?
Nah, still nah. He's 3, so I feel like he still don't understand.
Okay. So my kid's like 1.5, and I'm kind of trying to figure out when she's gonna start getting shit.
Yeah, nah. I feel like he don't really understand like that.
Right. Yeah. But how has becoming a dad changed your life? You know, you're 3 years in. It feels like we've kind of seen a lot of growth and development since then.
Yeah, for sure. It just made me want to get some more money.
Right.
Maybe just want to be more business orientated.
Yeah. Definitely.
I just feel like it made me a better person all around.
Right.
Like, I'm not into a lot of shit I used to be. Like, I just, and right now, especially, like, right now, it's like a pivotal moment in my life. I just want to be more on top of my business than ever before.
Right. I was watching that fucking Complex documentary thing that you did, and like I never really like thought about what area of LA you were actually from, but I used to live over on like on Western and like Koreatown area, so it was right over there. We would be over in that area a lot and shit, and I don't know, it's just kind of crazy to think about growing up right there, because it's like, you know, it's not like Compton or Watts or some shit where you're like really far away from Hollywood. You're like right there, and you just gotta walk down the street and you're in Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah,
exactly. I feel like that's why maybe like my mind's so different. I didn't like want to go into gangbanging. I was in skateboarding and graffiti, and you feel me? I'm like a kid of the culture.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, like that's one thing though. Is like, you know, I'm just talking to some kids from Chicago. They don't necessarily have stardom and Hollywood and all this bullshit like right around the corner. You know, like a couple miles away is like the biggest movie producers in the fucking world and all these TV networks and shit. Was there like a moment when you kind of realized like, oh, I'm not from like a regular place, I'm from like the place, American wise?
Nah, not really, because it's still dirty and just nasty. Like,
over there for sure.
Like, yeah, I see all the like dirty shit. It was regular.
Yeah, definitely. When did you actually decide that you wanted to be a rapper, though? Because when I was going back and watching the old-ass Shoreline, it's kind of crazy how y'all sounded like Suicide Boys early on.
I don't know. I think I started trying to rap like at 19, 20.
Right.
I just turned 28.
28?
Yeah.
Damn. So people act like you guys are fucking brand new, but really...
Yeah, no, I've been rapping. So it's basically like 10 years since I've been rapping.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. But was it just graffiti and shit before that in terms of what you were doing with yourself?
Yeah, pretty much graffiti, and then shit, got into selling drugs, and that's when I started making money.
Yes.
I feel like that's when my rap changed too, when I started making money.
Right. Because now I just remember that I had like a friend who basically told me like, nah, Ohgeesy, he's a real ass rapper because he used to serve me coke before fucking back in the day before he was a rapper. That must be crazy as fuck for a person to see their coke dealer become a fucking rapper talking about selling coke.
It's funny, I've ran into people at festivals and shit that I used to fuck with.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, this is crazy.
Right. You remember serving Lil House Phone?
Yeah, for sure.
I was just like, man, why am I hiding his name? Let's air this shit out, man.
For sure, served him.
Holy fuck. Where were you, like, back in the day, though? Like, what kind of were you just going to parties and shit and just, like, being on some cool shit?
I really didn't even party like that. I'd just be, if I wasn't in the little trap spot, like, with the little homies and shit, I had my own spot. It was like the little trap spot. Everybody stayed there. All the little homies, Joshy, everybody.
Right.
Joshy, Alpha. We'd stay like 15 deep in my little apartment.
Uh-huh.
If I wasn't there, I'd just be out serving all day. I'd just be driving around.
Right.
That's all I did.
But did you ever take any kind of special precautions to not get caught up doing that shit? Or could you just, because I always think about it like,
not really. I
you
just
get pulled over.
Around. That's why I ain't get my face tat until I signed my deal. I was like, I'm not gonna give them a reason to search me. You feel me?
Right. Because I mean, you could be driving around with a couple 8 balls in your pocket, never mind like stashed somewhere in the car, and it's like
I used to go pick up bricks in my whip.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah.
So you were actually really doing it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I used to bust them down.
But while you were doing all that, you were just rapping as well? I feel like we're getting into like a deeper side of you that I never actually talked to you about.
I was rapping. That's around the time I made Musty. I was feeling myself.
Because like, was that kind of the first time when you were like all of a sudden able to just go out and afford all the shit that you wanted?
Like, I just felt good.
Yeah.
After, I didn't even make no money off of Musty. We uploaded it for free. I didn't even know about uploading to like streaming services and everything. We just put it out and it just started going crazy. So at that point, I was just making all the street money.
Right.
When I signed my deal, I had like 100 bands saved from what I didn't spend.
Right.
So when I got my deal money, I didn't even touch that. I was just running through all my street money.
Right. So when I interviewed you the first time, would you say you were out the streets at that point?
Yeah. The day I signed my deal, I gave my.
But you had already signed to Atlantic at that point? The first interview all the way back in the day?
I wasn't signed to them
yet.
Yeah. But the day I signed my deal, I don't know when, like 2016 or something, I gave my phone away. I gave everything I had away. And then the cops raided my crib the next day.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And you didn't have anything?
Nothing. I gave everything away. So it was like meant to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Because I always see people like just selling drugs like hand to hand in LA. And I always wonder like how they get caught or like how difficult it is to not get caught, because it kind of sometimes feels like unless you get caught up on some dumb shit that it should be pretty easy to avoid.
I feel like people just be burnt out. They just be doing too much internet shit, all that.
Internet shit for sure. I mean, do you ever feel like you went too far with that? You never got your Instagram deleted, so at least you got that going.
I got my Instagram deleted like 4 times.
Did you really?
But in the past like 2-3 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What were you posting?
Weed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's not like I was like trying to sell weed online. They was putting my weed in dispensaries. So I'm trying to promote I'm about to do a meet and greet at a dispensary at Cookies and all this. And they just keep deleting my shit.
That's so crazy.
But they be deleting Cookie shit too.
Yeah,
they be deleting their Instagram all the time.
Every weed company, as far as I could tell.
I don't get it. It's like it's a shot. Like,
yeah.
You feel me?
Whereas even like 2-3 years ago, you could post weed and nobody gave a fuck on
you
Instagram.
Could post whatever on Instagram a few years ago.
It used to be.
Now Twitter be freaky as shit. They be pornos on Twitter.
Yeah, but yo, they do a lot to make it so you can't see that shit too, because
that shit pop up on my shit all day.
I hadn't posted anything explicit for mad long, and then there was this girl in here with these giant fake tits, and I took a picture of her sitting there with them on the table, and I fucking put it on Twitter, and it's just immediately like, this image is flagged as offensive content.
Maybe it's because you verify you got followers. Like, all the other profiles just be like. But random people.
It's like they make it so that people, unless you have a certain setting turned on for your account, then you can't see that, which is pretty smart. But at the same time, kind of ruins it, because I always felt like that was the thing I liked about Twitter is that you could just be reckless as fuck on there.
Twitter is crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, we're talking about this before. You kind of cleaned up your act a little bit in terms of the drugs and everything. Like, was it the kid that started that, or was it even before that?
I mean, nah, it was kind of before that. Like, just like I said, like I used to be out all day doing what I do, so I never really got like as high as people assumed I did. Like, nigga, I was out all day, just driving around all day, so I had to be clear-minded, level-headed.
Right. But I mean, I remember seeing you at certain times
Yeah,
throughout
but
your career where you were definitely on
But that's
beam.
what I'm saying. That's when I was already That's when I was rapping and shit.
Did it start to get bad for a period of time once you were like blowing up?
Not for me.
No?
No.
You never got out of control with it at all?
Hell no.
No?
I always knew, like, you know what it is? I think it's because, like, prescriptions and shit, they make my face get so puffy. So I'm like, I can't be doing drugs like that. I'm like, I look ugly. I keep doing some drugs.
I feel that because when I think about some of the times in my life that I did Molly or whatever, like I was probably just around people in the industry and shit, talking to them, looking crazy as fuck. You know, if they know anything, they definitely knew what I was on.
Yeah, for sure.
You get older and you're just like, fuck, maybe I don't want to be like meeting A&Rs and shit and having my fucking face falling off.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Nah,
But
yeah, I feel like I was always cool, especially when the rap shit started, just because I know how easy it could get out of hand. So I always watch myself.
But I feel like, were you guys all feeding off each other at that time, though? Like, where everybody was kind of just getting fucked up, and when you got one person getting more fucked up than everybody else is going to kind of
Not really.
keep going?
I ain't never really been like that. Like, there's sometimes I do go to clubs and do walkthroughs, and everybody's drinking in my section. It's fucking 100 free bottles. I don't even be drinking sometimes. I do them sober. I'll just go home.
Yeah, because you said that's how you kind of started drinking a bit, though, is like that you'll be doing shit at clubs.
Definitely.
You're getting paid, you're in that environment, everybody else is drinking, it makes you want to drink.
I just started really doing clubs last year since my manager, Rory, he been hooking me up, giving me all types of walkthroughs. I never did them really before because I know that they could affect ticket sales. But last year, I was like, I don't even have an album out, dropped a mixtape. I'm like, let's go crazy at the clubs.
Right.
Started doing them for my first time. And it was a change of pace, a whole different environment, different scenery.
Yeah.
I loved it. That shit was cool.
Because when we think about Shoreline and shit, it was always like a relatively young audience because you guys were young and you just had like, you know, hella hype beast type kids, young kids. Like that was just, they saw you guys and it really kind of like represented a type of kid in LA, I think. So they really gravitated towards it. But yeah, I mean, that's interesting to know that you would be able to bring in an older crowd as well, because obviously those people get older just like you.
I feel like all those people that was like 17, 16, 18, they get 21 now. It's been like 3-4 years.
Right. That's true. I seen a skit that Duno made the other day where he was like, I think he was making fun of people from Bakersfield or some shit. He was talking about how people outside of LA just don't get it. And he's like, y'all from Fresno, y'all think Shoreline's still together. I just thought that was the funniest fucking way.
I've been seeing people tweet shit like that sometimes, like, they broke up. I'm like, yeah, y'all tripping.
Really? Damn, that's funny as fuck. I mean, but from your perspective, I feel
like that's not like a serious fan. That's like someone that listen to Musty or something. You feel me?
I mean, you see that all the time, though, where you see like people be like, oh, he died? Like a year after a person died, and I'll be like, bro, you can't be acting like you're a fan of this person if you didn't even know that they died when they died. Come on. But yeah, okay. What about the fucking Ecto Cooler that you're drinking there? Or
the Capri Sun?
Capri Sun.
What about it? That shit busting.
That's your new style. You're over the fucking lean and you moved on to the Capri Sun. Oh, you took it from us.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot because they did a Costco run today.
I just needed a little chaser. I was just drinking some Don Julio.
Really? On just a regular day, Don Julio might be getting drunk?
Regular day. Because we're doing an interview. I feel like I haven't done an interview in I don't know how long.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't done a face-to-face. I did a bunch of Zoom fucking interviews when Jeezy World came out, but I haven't done an actual interview in I don't know how long.
Right. Are you're about to go on tour? Is that why you're doing the interview?
Yeah, I go on tour in 2 days. And I just dropped the Jeezy World Deluxe like two weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Damn, who's on the deluxe though? Like who got added to it?
It's me, Pressa, his brother Bundog,
right?
Kaylin, Eladio from Puerto Rico. Is that it? Scar, Big Scar.
Ooh, I like him.
Yeah, that shit hard. It's a good deluxe. That shit like its own EP itself.
You gotta be careful fucking with Pressa though, bro, because he's dangerous, man. When he was in here doing the interview, he had another homie with him, was like a YouTuber, and he's like, nah, don't take any pictures of us together because I don't want him wrapped up in my street shit. In Canada, I guess.
Preston, my boy, his brother, the reason why I fuck with his brother so tough is because when I first started going to Canada like 3-4 years ago, his brother used to pull up on me and just lace me up. Anything I needed, he used to show love, show out, everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff?
Anything I needed.
Weed?
Whatever I needed.
Yeah. The extras.
Yeah. Not drugs.
Who's that tagging OTX all over LA?
I don't know.
That's not you. That's like a tagger who just has the same name as your brand. Oh, it's like fans?
Yeah.
Damn, that's tight. I've seen a lot of them fire extinguisher pieces going up and shit.
Yeah, fans. They let
You ever done one of those back in the day?
Nah. Oh yeah, I did for the heavy video.
Really?
I did it right behind me.
What's it feel like? Just blasting that much fucking paint out.
Pause.
That was a good one. All right. Yeah. I never called nut paint, but I feel you.
It just sounded crazy.
Nah, you're right.
Like what it feel like.
But what does that shit feel like? It must be fucking crazy.
It's hard to use because you have to spray with your right hand, and I'm right-handed.
Right.
So guiding the shit with my left hand, it's like it feels stupid.
Is it just raining back onto you? Like
not really.
There's got to be a lot of backwash.
It just depends
right?
on the wood. I mean the wood.
Or like the surface that you're splashing it onto, right? The wind. The wind too. Holy fuck! You catch a bad current.
Yeah.
Damn. That's real. Yo, but okay. This is one thing I want to say though. Do you feel like you still like are carrying the banner of Shoreline Mafia, even though you moved on? Is that still important to you that you're still banging that because that was a part of your life that was so important?
It's in my bio.
Oh, it is.
It's in my little Instagram bio.
Even though it's ceased to exist.
No, that's my shit. I mean, I came up with the name.
Oh,
like,
right.
That's my baby. It's forever gonna be my baby. That's like my whole vision and everything. And I feel like my career just keeps steadily climbing. You feel me? Like it ain't make no difference.
Do you, can you use it still? Like you still like sell merch for Shoreline Mafia and stuff?
Yeah, I own the trademark too. I bought it way before I became a rapper.
You bought the Shoreline Mafia trademark way before?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because I actually heard at one point that the trademark might have been part of what the dispute was between the members, that at a certain point you owning the trademark became an issue.
Nah, that's not what it was, but I own the trademark since way before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Damn. Sometimes like
I didn't even know what it meant to own the trademark.
Who told you? Somebody in your family put you onto that?
My son's grandfather.
Really?
My girl's dad, he was like, go trademark that shit.
Yeah, rich people trademark fucking everything.
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant. So I went and I took my little street money. I spent like 3 bands trademarking Shoreline and Ohgeesy.
Right.
I didn't know what it meant, but I'm like, hopefully I'm just not a waste of money right here.
That's dope. That's fucking very forward thinking.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, but yeah, you were saying that you be drinking a little bit, but have you like completely left the lean in the past? Is that just like over with?
I think the last time I drank some lean was like last fall or something. I'd do it like on a special occasion or something. If I'm like, I'd drink some lean today, like every few months.
Right.
But yeah, I don't really be in the lean or trying to find it. No weird shit like that.
Yeah, because I did it on my birthday, and we were supposed to go to the strip club, and then I got so tired that I couldn't go to the strip club.
You just old.
Yeah. But at that point, it kind of became like, fuck, like, I did it because it was a special occasion, but that turned out to be a horrible strategy because, if anything, I needed extra energy.
I did some on my birthday, too. And I think that's the last time I said something. And I was just like, that's not even fun. I'm like, I don't even want to do nothing now. I just want to go to sleep.
Especially when you get older, too, because for me, if I'm going to drink some lean, like, well, the kid's waking me up at 6 either way.
Yeah.
So what the fuck is the point when you don't even get to, like, have, like, a chill morning the next day?
Okay, now I remember the last time I said some lean. I said some lean. The next day, I had to go to, like, a jumper park with my son, 9 a.m. I was jumping around in the jumpers. I was like, yo, this is the craziest shit. Like I was sweating out lean. I'm like, this feels disgusting right now.
Oh yeah, like the fact that it makes you feel like a bad dad.
Yeah,
is
I was like, I can't do this right now.
Fuck. Yeah, man, I've been there.
That was the last time.
It definitely is just not a fucking good feeling. Okay, there's a girl who was on the Patreon on here. And she's we would like interview girls and they get naked and shit like that. Patreon.com/NoJumper if you guys want to support us. But we do one of those interviews per week. We're interviewing this girl, hot ass, young, like 22-year-old chick. She says her biggest crush is Ohgeesy. Me and my co-host, we start telling her like, you can't say that. This girl's gonna smoke you, bro. It's over. Don't say that. Are we overreacting, or are people allowed to be fans of you like that?
Nah, they can be fans of me. They just you know, my girl's my girl, so.
Yeah, but she was really trying to fuck. She was like,
Oh
I
yeah,
wanna
you
fuck
see,
Ohgeesy.
nah, my girl, that's not overreacting.
Right.
You feel me?
But she might want to do it. That don't mean that you're gonna have to give in.
I mean, obviously, I feel like a lot of girl fans obviously want to fuck me,
Right.
but that's not what it is. I feel like maybe it's because she got a platform or something. She like popping or something.
Right.
She on here, so
Yeah.
it's kind of different.
We were just scared for her because I heard that your girl
As you
smacked
should
some
be.
chicks around before.
Yeah, my girl be tripping.
Really?
Yeah, she be tripping.
Damn. You been with her the whole time that you've been a rapper?
I've been with her since before. We used to take the bus together.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Damn. So you never got
We
a
used to,
chance
we used to go on
I was
dates.
about to get him in trouble.
We used to go on dates on the bus.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. So you never got a chance to get some fan pussy? Respect. You used to go on dates on the bus. So like where? Like give me a East Hollywood fucking date when you
We
don't
would
got
go
a
to
lot
like
of bread.
the Americana, the Grove, some shit like that. Go watch a movie.
Take your ass to Glendale.
Yeah.
Hit the fucking Cheesecake Factory or something.
Yeah, Cheesecake Factory. She loved Cheesecake Factory. Back then.
Don't they all?
Back then.
For sure. Now that's when you know that you're getting bougie is when Cheesecake Factory ain't good enough anymore.
I don't like Cheesecake Factory.
Nah, yeah. I mean, nah, yeah, it's trash. I'm gonna be real though. Like
Yeah.
when I think about what I thought of Cheesecake Factory like 6-7 years ago,
It's different.
I thought it was kind of fire. Yeah, like that was like a nice dinner. And now when I think about it, I'm like, hell the fuck.
When I
no.
first started like getting into the whole industry and everything, I went to Olive Garden one time.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is the worst fucking shit I've ever tasted in my life.
Before
like, I
Ruth
don't know how
Chris?
I ate this shit.
Before Ruth Chris, there was
before-
Olive Garden.
I think I ate Ruth Chris my first time the day I signed.
Really? Yeah. I remember us all being there. I think you were there. Like it was like maybe a day or two before Greedo went in. Actually, I don't know. Maybe you didn't come.
I don't think that
day.
was Ruth Chris. I was there, but I don't think that was Ruth Chris.
It was some
in
restaurant.
Marina Del Rey.
Yeah. It wasn't. It was some really fucking
It was
nice,
something
expensive
good
ass
though.
restaurant.
I remember though, we had a little special dinner for Greedo.
Yeah,
That shit was nice. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, you ever talked to him? When's the last time you communicated with
A
him?
few months ago, I was talking to him. Yeah,
Right.
they just sent me some shit to get on too.
Right. Yeah, I got his address and I sent him a bunch of fucking books in the mail, and he was pretty stoked on it. So, if anybody out there wants to, on his Instagram, I'm pretty sure there's a link that has like you have to send it through Amazon to the prison, which
yeah?
is what I realized. But I get,
You know, it's funny. People be trying to buy merch from prison and get it sent to the prison. Like I be getting that in my merch.
and does it work?
No, they send it right back. I'm like, why the fuck would they try this?
Yeah, because I'm like, if that works, then why wouldn't they
No,
order
they
anything?
be sending it right back to us. Like it be coming to our PO box all the time.
What the fuck? That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, but that's what his mom told me. I was like, what does he want? Like, I'm sure he don't need like $100. Like, I'm sure he got some money. Like, what does he need? And she's just like, give him books because he'll just sit around and read that shit, and he really loves it. So
Nah,
yeah,
for sure.
definitely. Obviously, tragedy struck a couple months ago. Draco the Ruler was killed. Were you there at that festival that day?
Yeah, I was there. Well, we were supposed to perform on the same stage.
Wow. So you were there at a different part of the venue?
Yeah, I was performing as everything happened. When I got off stage, it was like everybody got to leave. They was trying to not let us like leave the actual parking lot. There was like it's an investigation going on, all types of shit.
And so you had to just fucking stand around, or did they get you out of there?
We left because we was like on a whole another part, where the trailers was,
Right.
and my stage was like across the whole way.
Right. Fuck. So I mean, did you realize right away what happened, or
Nah,
did it take a little while?
I didn't know what happened till everyone started posting some shit about it. As
Wow.
we left, we was already leaving, and everybody started posting shit about it.
Have you spent much time around Draco since he got released?
Not since he got released, just because I felt like everybody was just getting high and kicking in. I'm like, I don't really get high like that. And that's actually the last time I sipped lean, the day after he passed.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you feel fucked up in the head, like you wanted to
Yeah,
deal with it that way?
That's why I was like, let me sip some lean. Everybody, we just gonna like
Yeah.
reminisce. You feel me?
Damn. I mean, yeah, man. Like when you think about it, like the Shoreline Greedo Draco wave was like one of the most powerful waves in LA history, definitely in the last 10 years.
It was crazy because at the moment it just felt like nothing. It just felt so regular. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
I ain't really get to live in the moment and appreciate it. But now it's like, damn, we really did something.
Yeah, because during that, I remember kind of checking myself at a certain point and realizing like this right now is kind of like what you came in on, because I kind of came in with like X and Lil Peep and, you know, all these SoundCloud rappers and shit. And then I sort of like, but while it was happening, I didn't realize it was happening. You know, I'm thinking I'm just interviewing a bunch of underground rappers as regular. Then they start exploding and becoming legends and shit. And I definitely remember like realizing at a certain point, like, oh, this era of Shoreline and Greedo and Draco, whatever this turns into right now, like I'm living through a very historic moment in the history of this shit.
I was younger, so I feel like I didn't think like that.
Yeah.
I was just, every day, I was like, I feel like we wasn't even popping like that. Like even now, I feel like I still gotta. I barely scratched the surface is what I feel like.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. But yeah.
But when I do look back, I'm like, damn, that was a big moment.
Yeah, and just to have all those like, because I mean, Draco and Greedo were kind of like the more street, you know, associated guys, whereas like you guys were like the young kids. Like they think about Greedo, he had them
feel
face
like
tapes for like 10
with all
years.
the same people. We all know all the same people. It just seemed like, you feel me? Like,
but it was just like
it seemed like
a combination of all those voices together. Like a lot of those fucking songs, "Wake Me Up in Traffic" and shit, man.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
So many classics. That's why my girl said that to me the other day. She's like, Draco and Greedo are like two of the only rappers that I still hear you go back to all the fucking time.
Hell yeah.
And it's true. Like I move past artists all the time, but that's just like ones that really stuck with us.
Not for sure.
For sure. Did you after Draco passed though, did you feel like there was any way for you to sort of like commemorate that, or do you feel like you want to do that through music or anything like that? I've seen some people putting out songs like dedicated to him and shit, like Ralphie.
Not really, just because I never even did that for my little homies I lost. You feel me? Like I feel like I don't really get too deep in my music. Like you hear my music, it's more like a party. Like I feel like I do want to do it. I want to get that deep into my music. Like I want to change the way I rap and do all types of shit. But at that point, like I've never been like that.
Yeah, your brain just sort of goes to like turning up when you're in the studio.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you because I remember some epic fucking Shoreline studio sessions with like 50 fucking people, somebody getting a haircut in the corner, somebody getting a face tattoo right here, 10, 20 pounds of weed laid out, 10 different types of lean on the table.
We made bands.
Yeah. I don't know if I was there, but that was definitely
it was around that week.
You were just going in like just songs after songs after songs. Yeah. What's your studio environment like at this point? I guess is what I'm saying.
Same thing.
Really,
I love having everyone come through.
Really,
like I feel like even if I'm not turning up, I want to see everybody else turning up. Like it just give me that energy to do what I do.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, it's got to be kind of hard to find the inspiration to be saying all this crazy ass shit on the mic when you just like sitting around in your pajamas by yourself.
No, like I said, man, I'll be out with Don Julio. We in the club. I went to a club. Sometimes I did 3 clubs in one day last year.
Really?
Yeah.
And what's that like? Does it feel like a grind or is it just fun?
It's just fun. That's why I'm like, yo, I gotta tighten up this year. I had too much fun last year.
Yeah.
Jeezy World came out and I'm like, I gotta tighten up.
Right. Yeah. You were just getting too lit. How much you spent on that chain? Can we know?
I don't know. I think because my whole set together was like 200.
Oh shit! So you got all them bracelets and rings and watch together?
And my earrings.
Wow. Yeah. Is that the first time you went
shout out Mikey.
Is that the first time you went like super crazy?
At MSK Design.
Is that when you first went crazy with the jewelry like that?
Sure. And you know I be holding back because my bills be so crazy.
Really?
Yeah. So I be holding back on spending. I don't like buying a lot of designer shit. Like you see me still wearing Supreme, Palace. You feel me? But this time I was like, I need something new.
Right.
I feel like when you buy white jewelry, you gotta get a whole set. You can't just do like a chain or something.
That's true.
And it gotta be buzzed down. You can't have this. It'll look like silver if you have a regular chain.
No, yeah, that's real rapper jewelry right there. Yeah, there's a lot of levels to this shit. You know, there's a lot of people out there.
I'm at level 2 in the jewelry, but it's cause I don't spend a lot on jewelry. I take care of what I need to take care of first. I just put a down payment on a new house.
Really?
Yeah.
So you own the house you live in right now, or is this the first one you
got? Nah, I own the house I live in right now.
Nice.
And then I'm about to, that's going to be my first rental property when I move out and get in my new house. I was about a $3 million crib.
You going to rent it out?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. That must feel good, man.
That's going to be my first introduction to the property game.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
That's dope. Make the money work for you.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
Have you ever been around a rapper where their jewelry was so crazy that it was kind of like overwhelming, or like you know, there's just such levels to the shit? Was there ever somebody around where you're just like, that's the next level?
Not really, because I be looking at jewelry and I'm like, I could buy that if I want, but I think my bills is like $50,000 a month.
A month?
Yeah.
For what? Your 2 mortgages?
I got all types of bills.
Damn.
Mortgages. I got a rental property that I ship the clothes out of.
Oh, okay.
Like, I got a bunch of bills.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was around OT the other day, and he had the stupidest chain I ever seen. I definitely had that moment where I'm just like, holy fuck, I didn't even know a chain could look that crazy.
Yeah, nah, chain. That's like, I be wanting to buy jewelry, but I'm like, yeah, I gotta chill. I got too many bills.
I mean, there's a lot of rappers that's what they try to do. The first check they get.
Nah, that's
they
what
buy
I
some
didn't.
bullshit
Yeah,
too,
that's what I didn't do either. Yeah, it's crazy because when I spent the money on this, I felt kind of bad, and that shit came back like 3-4 times in like the next 3-4 months. So I'm like, that was an investment right there.
Right. You caught the restaurant too?
Yeah. I'm a partner in the restaurant.
Where at?
On Sunset. Where's it at? Sunset La Cienega.
Right.
Sunset Mariscos.
How'd you get tapped in with them?
Just like knowing the other partner, just meeting him and him fucking with me, just off who I am. We chopped it up, and he was like, "Hey, you want an opportunity?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Did you just invest, or are you like out here promoting it and shit like that?
No, I
too?
invested, but I be promoting it. But I kind of don't eat seafood too much, so I don't be like, I'm not there like every day.
What kind of food is it though?
It's like seafood type. It's like Mexican seafood dishes.
I don't think I ever been to a Mexican seafood joint. That
You like
hard,
seafood?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta take you there then.
Oh yeah. How often do you pull up?
Not that often. Like I said, I don't like seafood, but I eat it.
They got fries and shit?
Nah,
no.
Seafood. Mexican seafood dishes.
That's crazy. I mean, Blueface kind of did the same thing. He brought a fucking fish and fried joint or whatever. Was it chicken and fish, or is it just fish?
I don't know. I didn't even see that.
No, yeah, he got a fucking fish spot too.
That's tight. Yeah, hell yeah. I wanna open a bunch of food spots. Wanna get a bunch of rental properties. Wanna do apartment buildings, all types of shit.
Right. I mean, okay, this because I think about this a lot. There's a lot of different ways to be successful as a rapper, realistically. And it's like, if you looked at your career in 10 years and you felt like maybe the music didn't ever get huge, but if you had been able to like get involved with a bunch of different businesses and shit like that, do you think that you would be happy about that?
Yeah,
like,
for sure,
is making money more important than necessarily having the music be the thing making you money?
In the grand scheme of things, it's like you like making money or you like being famous.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about being famous.
Because you already had a whole taste of that.
Come on, I'd rather make some money.
Being famous seems super sick when you're not famous.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck about being famous.
You get famous. Well, for me at least, like, yeah, I don't really get like people who just want to be known by everybody, because I feel like I'm kind of like known by everybody that I would give a shit about knowing about me.
Exactly. I feel like everyone I've ever thought was important has like fuck with me. You feel me? So I don't really care about being famous.
Yeah, trying to get on the Ellen show or some shit.
That'd be tight. Shit.
That's a new
Oprah.
That's a new
what
audience.
Up, Oprah?
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
You get a part. You get a part. You get a part.
Are the perks dead?
Yeah.
It's over for the perks as well?
OVA.
That's a little bit better than...
Over.
Is that a little better than the
No, because niggas
lean?
start smoking them.
Oh, shit.
Don't do perks, kids.
You ever get to that point?
Hell no. Come on. I look like I smoke perks.
I don't know.
I never seen a nigga smoke perks with a chain like this.
Nah, the chain getting sold for more perks for sure. That's a lot of perks. 100%. Okay. Would you...
Let me get some...
Don Julio. Yo, they drinking all the fucking Ecto Cooler. It's going down, bro.
Let me get a Capri Sun too. It's OVA.
Do you talk to anybody who was in Shoreline still? You got a relationship with any of them, or is it kind of just...
Wasn't Shoreline? What that mean?
You, Phoenix, Rob, and Kato. Did you communicate with any of them at all at this point, or is it just kind of over?
So it was Shoreline.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, I don't communicate with no one.
Really? Has it been like that for a minute? Because I feel
it's been like that since it happened.
Since it happened.
Even before, like that's why it happened. You feel me? There was like no communication. Like that's why it happened. I feel like.
But it just seemed like it was impossible. It wasn't going to get saved at that point.
Yeah, I feel like when it happened, it's already been like a year and 2 years into it. You feel me? Like it just wasn't cool no more.
Right.
So that's why it happened.
Definitely.
So once it happened, it was like it's already been over with. Like that's how it was nothing to us. Like the fans was like, "Oh my God, what happened?"
Were you just being fake cool to get the check for a minute? Is that how it felt?
Hell no. I was just doing me. Like me, I just be focused on me. You feel me? I just be focused on what I do, and that's it.
If you got a big ass offer to reunite for a festival or some shit, would you be open to it, or is that just moving backwards?
Oh, if I got it, I thought you said, did I get an offer?
Yeah, if you got hit up tomorrow and it was some amount of money that would be crazy.
If I get a meal myself, then we
that's a big payday.
We might talk.
Yeah, but
might talk about it.
Does it feel like that would be moving backwards to go
No, not
do
really.
that?
If I get a meal, I'm moving forward because I'm about to buy something with it. I'm about to buy some property, do something with it. Come on. Give me a milli.
That makes sense.
It's good.
You got a song on Bel Air?
Yeah.
How the fuck did that happen?
I didn't even know.
Really?
Well, I
ain't
did,
seen it yet.
I did know. My manager told me, but it just crossed my mind, like, what the show was.
Right.
And then all types of fans was tagging me in there. I'm like, what the fuck? I got a song. I called him. He's like, yeah, we talked about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm like, I didn't know it was that show.
Is that cool, though? Like, you feel like you're getting new fans from that shit?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm getting new fans, but that's tight. And they pay me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, that's the future right there. But you got people behind the scenes like lobbying, trying to get you into shit like that, or did it just end up happening? Do you know how that works?
Who did that for us?
You're over there tapped in, like, yo, use this song.
Oh yeah, bro.
Is that what a manager does these days? I don't really know.
Shout out Rory, man.
Okay.
Shout out Rory. We out here.
For sure. You're still happy with your label and everything?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I feel like all labels do is really invest in you. Like, they not, at the end of the day, the amount of money they invested in me, I feel like they breaking even though I'm making them millions of dollars, they invest in millions, you feel me? So I feel like we just breaking even because they believe in me.
Yeah. It's like partnering with an investment firm to help you get bigger quicker.
A lot of people don't understand it.
Yeah. And then they get pissed off when they realize they're not getting every last dollar out of the
But they don't understand how much a video costs $100,000.
That's how much it costs you these days?
Yeah, how much? The baby video was like $100 something.
Damn.
Plus the feature. You feel me?
Right.
So people don't be understanding.
But
shit,
the label help make happen with the baby, because that's the same label, right?
They didn't make it happen. I'm just saying we have to. Everybody got to pay. Just like when I do a feature, people pay me.
Right. Yeah.
It's all business.
I mean, the baby's time very valuable, so I can see it.
For sure.
What was that day like though? Like, what was it like hanging out?
It was
with
cool.
them?
That was like one of the biggest budget videos I've been on, so it was super cool.
Right.
There was a damn horse there. I don't know why we needed a horse in the video. It was a motherfucking horse on set.
Right. Is there ever a moment?
My son was there.
Is there ever a moment where you're like,
oh, Draco
damn,
was
they
there.
spent so much money. Oh, really?
Yeah,
he was actually in the video?
Yeah, that's what we had.
Fuck.
That's like the last few pictures of me and him together was at the baby video shoot. Yeah.
Oh, yo, and you know when you were together was at that Deso Dub fucking car event at West Coast Customs.
Okay, that was the time right after that.
Because I had to dip, and I've said this on the podcast, I had to dip. We were waiting for the Uber, and then I see that you're on stage and the Draco is standing over there, and I'm like, fuck, like I should go over there and say what up, like before I hop in this Uber. And then I'm like, nah, I see these guys all the time. I'm just gonna hop in this Uber. And then that shit happened, and I'm like, fuck, that would have been the last time that I ever laid eyes on the guy in real life. Sad.
Yeah, no, that was a cool ass day. Everybody pulled up.
That was
I was
a nice
like,
day.
I'm spending $100,000 and bringing all the homies to the video shoot.
Right. Definitely.
That shit was cool though.
What do you feel about the baby getting canceled? You even pay attention to other people's drama?
I don't be paying attention to no shit like that.
Right. Ohgeesy ain't getting canceled anytime soon?
No, I'll be doing, I'll be trying not to get canceled, shit.
Right. You got to watch your mouth? You got any offensive opinions that you're at risk of letting out at any given moment?
I love everyone. Nothing offensive coming out my mouth.
Right.
I'm a businessman.
How'd you feel when Ron was talking shit about you on Twitter?
We talked about it later.
Oh,
we
really?
ran into each other. We talked about it.
What was the tone of the conversation like?
It was cool. Yeah, it was different. It was different from Twitter. For sure.
But you patched it up, sorted it out?
It's cool.
Damn. How's that feel though? Just like having people that you worked with in the past kind of...
I feel like I feel like I understand a lot of people's like I could have been a damn psychology major or something. Like I understand where everybody hold their head at, you feel me? So when I see someone, I know it's not the same as how you felt, and everything just changed. Like I understand where people come from and why they do the things they do. You feel me?
For sure. I mean, do you feel like you're just kind of too big to even respond at a certain point, or especially publicly?
I didn't respond.
Yeah.
Shit.
You just didn't respond at all? You didn't hit nobody up privately?
It's not even that I'm too big. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got like a million things going on. I got a son at home. Like I spend a lot of time with my son. A lot of time.
I respect that.
So it's not like I'm on Twitter like, oh, what he say, what she say. Like I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I got a lot of business to tend to. I got a lot of shit to do. my daily.
He said he would make that chain disappear.
It's here though, right? It's here.
I was laughing when I read that one. I'm not gonna lie.
It's here though.
It happens, man.
Watch chain.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's. Oh no. The other thing I wanted to ask about is I see you getting kind of more in the Latin market. This dude you did a song with.
Yep. On my deluxe.
Eladio Carrion.
Eladio. Yeah.
Okay.
He hard.
Right.
It's crazy because when we started talking, he had originally asked to get on the song, and I wasn't on game with him, so I'm like, who? Look him up. I'm like, damn, he going crazy.
There's so many huge artists in that world that we don't know anything about.
We did the song. The song ain't come out till a year later. He's selling out stadiums right now.
Really?
Yeah.
So he got way bigger after you did the song?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, that's what's up. And it's cool because he fuck with me. Like, he's like, bro, I've been listening to you since way back. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
There's probably people that you know from growing up and shit that like would not even really be noticing your music, but notice that shit just because it's with an actual like Latin artist. Has that kind of been the case?
I want to do a Latin song myself. I want to do some reggaeton shit, some ratchet shit.
Would you feel comfortable writing it yourself?
No.
You need a little bit of help?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask my grandma for some help.
For sure, yeah. I don't know where I would start on that one. That would be a fucking challenge.
No, I'm finna ask my grandma.
For sure. All right, so are you thinking about dropping a new project anytime soon? What you got going on besides the tour?
Look, I'm about to go on tour. I go on tour in 2 days. I'm finna go all across America, like Beavis and Butthead.
Ooh.
Finna go all across America, and I'm bringing my engineer this time. I ain't never done that ever on a tour.
So you're gonna just book studio time so you can?
No, he gonna be on the bus. He gonna be recording on the bus. I'm gonna try to make an album or 2 on the bus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be
Jeezy
sick.
World Part 2.
How many people you bring on tour with you at this point?
I try not to bring too many people, just because I need all the help I could get. So if I bring anyone, they gotta help. They gotta be ready to work.
Right. Is tour kind of boring, or
and
is
a lot
it
of
just
no
hectic?
one wants to work. Who the fuck wants to work on tour?
Yeah.
But that's why I'm bringing the engineer, because I want to set that self-discipline on myself.
Right.
The hardest place to work, to be sober at, is on tour. So I'm like, yo, I want to be sober. I want to work. I want to come back home. And I feel like I'm about to be on the road for 40 days. So if I record for 40 days straight, 2-3 songs a day, I'm gonna set myself up for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, you could have an amazing project off that.
Exactly.
You're taking like 100 songs and chopping it down to 10 or 20.
Exactly. And besides that, when I get back, if I create that self-discipline on tour, then when I get back, it's gonna be a breeze to like just go hit the studio. You feel me?
Do you feel like you have a discipline issue at home? Like you don't get in the studio enough?
Not that it's a discipline issue with the studios. Is I have so much business to tend to at home. I gotta take care of my merch. I gotta go to the crib where my merch is at. Like, to go to the studio is just, you know what it is? My engineer don't live in LA. So every time I gotta work with him, I gotta fly him out.
Oh, really?
Shout out Tez.
But you just love having him as your engineer?
That's the only person I fuck with.
Really? Has it always been like that?
No. He did Jeezy World, and I was like, I can't fuck with no one else.
Really? He's that good?
Yeah, that good.
That good, like skill-wise or just like vibe-wise?
No, skill-wise.
Really?
Skill and vibe, because I'm comfortable with him.
Right.
But definitely skill, because every time I take him to like a major session, everybody's just like, oh, I want him to work for me. I'm like, no, watch out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you give me an example of like the kind of shit? Like he just knows like, exactly what to do with your vocals?
Exactly. My vocals, and he be chopping the beat up. He be going out his way. I fuck with him so tough. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna bring him on. I want to do an album or 2 on the road.
I'm gonna go listen to that album and see if I can notice the engineering.
Yeah,
because I don't normally notice that kind of thing.
You gotta listen to it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm gonna bring you to a session so you can see what he do, and you'll be like, oh yeah, he a genius.
Hell yeah,
he a genius for real. You know what he do when in between me recording? Cause I write my shit, so it's not like I'm trying to punch in. I just started punching in with him. That's how comfortable I am with him.
Really?
It's been years since I've been rapping, and my first punching in is with him.
Because you are one of the only people that I've ever been in the studio who would just come with the whole song on their phone and just do it all one thing.
So,
and if you fucked up a bar, you would just start over.
So just a few weeks ago, I just started punching in with him. That's how much I fuck with him.
Do you feel like it sounds better? Like you have your breath control because you're doing each line individually?
I gotta show you my shit. My new shit hard.
That's dope.
I'm working on Jeezy World Part 2 right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They can kind of make the vocals like overlap each other a little bit in ways that you wouldn't be able to do.
I don't know what the fuck he do, but he hard. Shout out Tez again.
Nice.
Look, when I'm recording, if I'm not rapping, You know what he doing? He playing with a Rubik's Cube.
Really?
And he gets it every time.
Whoa.
He like a genius.
I find that impressive for sure.
He just going crazy when I'm not rapping.
You realize that I've never had anybody shout their engineer out even close to this much in the history of this podcast?
Nah, that's my boy. That's how much I fuck with him.
That's
why I'm bringing him on the road. It's going to be the first time I take an engineer on the road. It's going to be the first time I record on the road, really.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm trying to do an album or two, come back and just... That's gonna be the foundation. Like if I get it right on the road, then when I get home, it's easy.
Right.
Because when I am home, it's just I gotta kick it with my son. I gotta do business. I gotta make sure everything's going accordingly. It's just so much to do at home. Like being on the road, and then being on the road, it's kind of like for anyone else, it's a party. Like it's always been a party to me. So now I'm like, all right, now I gotta lock it in. I gotta lock it down, record, and this be. Set the groundwork up so I could have vacations when I get back. You feel me? I could do whatever I want when I get back.
Right. Damn. It's awesome to hear how well shit is going, man.
Yeah, everything's going amazing though.
That's good. It's good to hear.
I just got my Zumiez deal back.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah.
You got it back? What, you weren't fucking with for a while?
So what happened was that when I first did it, it was just split up between so many people. So like a Zumiez deal, like say I get 100 bands, I was getting like 5 bands.
Oh Jesus!
So I'm like, this don't make no sense.
Right.
It's not because of Zumiez. It's because of how we was in a group, all types of shit. So now it's just me by myself. I'm like, okay, the numbers look good. You feel me? Like
you got to clean up some of the designs for Zumiez.
Yeah. It's funny they edited my old designs and they just like. Took shit out of it. I'm like, it look kind of different. It's cool though.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to keep in mind that for a lot of kids, Zumiez or Tilly's or whatever, that's their only connection to the culture.
The reason why I did it is because I'm like, yo, a bunch of kids don't use credit cards and shit. Because I'm like, it took me a long time. Now that I'm thinking about it, it took me a long time to be comfortable with buying some shit online. I'm like, a lot of kids don't do it. And then especially, I was just talking to them. I was like, yo, y'all gonna put it in Zumiez Canada? They was like, yeah, we about to do it. I was like, that's perfect because the shipping fees and the all the charges, it costs like $100 just to buy a $30 shirt over there. Yeah. So I'm like, if y'all put it over there, it's gonna be perfect. Yeah. So we about to do that. Everybody, fuck with me in Canada.
Go fuck with us, Canada.
Yeah, y'all gonna get y'all shit in Zumiez over there soon.
Look at her. Why is Gina stealing my fucking weed? What are you doing? She trying to slip that in her purse right there. God damn.
Yeah, I got my weed brand, I got my clothes brand, I got restaurants, first rental property coming up. I'm about to.
You're going crazy. I'm proud of you, man. Yeah. That's a young, successful LA entrepreneur doing some good shit with himself, staying out of trouble. It's very good to see. It's underrated, man.
And being a dad every day. You feel me? Like, I think that's the best part about being a rapper, that I could just go rap, and then I do that while my son sleep. Then I get home and he wake up.
For sure.
And we just start the day over.
That's a good thing about them needing more sleep than us. Is that it gives you more time to do whatever the fuck you got to do. But no, when I was watching that complex thing, I saw your mom talking about how you're breaking the fucking cycle of fatherless children.
And besides that, because imagine how many people look up to me. Yeah. That might just have like a random kid, but they're like, yo, I fuck with Jesus. I say, he move. I might have to watch my son. You feel me?
A lot of people, the reason why they're terrible fathers is just because they like literally have never seen a fucking a model for what it is to be a good dad.
Even me, but I'm like, I love my son so much. Like I had so much love. Like I'm like, how could I not be a father to my kid? You feel me? Yeah. And
you're so blessed.
That's one of the,
how could you not share this fucking shit that you're going through? That's why
I be posting some of my damn Instagram. I look like his Instagram. Yeah. Like it's me and then it's me and
I did kind of notice that.
Yeah. I was like, I feel me. I love him so much.
I have to check myself too because I've fucking taken so many pictures with my kid, and I'm like, do I look weird if I'm posting this much of this? Like, does the world need to see this many photos of my kid?
It's funny how you can see the difference though before, like night and day. Crazy. But yo, one of the new things I'm doing on tour, I'm bringing my mom. She run all my merch shit.
Right, yeah.
So I'm bringing her, and she doing my merch on tour.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's fucking.
So I have like peace of mind. I have like everything I need. Like my mom there, and she just excited to see me do what I do every day. Like she ain't never been on no tour with me. Like,
do you sleep on the tour bus or do you get hotels? Depends on how far you have to drive.
Exactly.
That makes sense. I remember watching like a Cash Money video back in the day where they were like, "No, we sleep in hotels. We don't use these fucking bunks." And I was
Nah,
just
I
like, damn,
sleep
that
on
like
the
kind of
bus.
defeats the purpose because you got to be able to like go get to the next place.
They had that cash money.
Yeah, I guess. But they
Yeah,
also had
nah.
the stretch fucking like they had like the craziest cars that they would stretch them out. Like they were spending their money so crazy, bro.
The unlimited budgets.
I guess. All right, appreciate you coming through, bro. And everybody, go stream the fucking album. Go check them out on tour.
Jeezy World Deluxe. Go get that. Come on.
For sure.
And I'm finna be on tour. I'm finna be in your city. Pull up.
And what's the website for
That's
the merch
good.
and everything?
JeezyWorld.com.
Right.
Yeah, all the merch, everything you need.
I'm gonna go order some
And
shit.
Zumiez. Pull
Well,
up
order
at
some
Zumiez.
shit.
I'm finna drop the list. Y'all pull up at Zumiez.
Or maybe
go get what you need.
We'll pull up to the spot for the vlog or some shit and check out your whole operation, and that
Yeah.
way I can try to
Yeah,
fucking
for sure.
sneak some merch without
For
having
sure.
to
I
buy
got
it.
you. I got you.
I'm
Don't
broke
trip.
as fuck, bro.
It's good. I got you.
Hard
Don't trip.
times. Ohgeesy, appreciate you, man. No jumper.
Yes, sir.
Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, all that shit. Like, comment, and subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support. Turn my boy up on all socials. Let's go.